Hi guys, in this video I'm going to share 6 exercises that I try to do every single day. I've chosen exercises that are going to work each main joint in my body for its full range of motion. Okay, so I'm only going to be using 2 bits of kit, okay? I'm going to be using ankle weights and I'm going to be using a med ball, but both of these are optional, okay? You don't need to use them, you can do it with body weight only. So the first exercise I'm going to show you are hip cars, okay? Cars are basically short for controlled articular rotations. Like I explained at the beginning, it's just a way of taking your joint through its full range of motion. How I'm going to do this is standing, okay? So we're going to put our hands up against the wall and we're going to go for 3 rotations on each leg. What we want to do is we want to exhale everything out of our lungs, out of our diaphragm, okay? And then take a nice deep inhale, fill the diaphragm up and maintain that tension throughout by shallow breathing. I don't want you to try and hold your breath here when you're doing the controlled articular rotations. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna lift our leg up and our foot up, and we're gonna lift it as high as we can until we can't go any further. Then we're gonna take our leg out to the side and then we're gonna rotate. We're going to bring this heel up, not letting the knee drop too much whilst we're bringing the leg back behind us. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So I'm pushing the leg back. Okay, I'm coming out to the side. Rotating again, bringing that heel back down. Knee up nice and high as I bring it back into the middle, bringing that foot up towards the body. Okay, and then lowering. So that was 1 rotation. Okay, so again, we're going into hip external rotation and hip flexion as high as we can. Then we're abducting out to the side, okay? Then we're internally rotating whilst pushing back into hip extension as far back as we can. Once we reach the back, we're going to go back out, hip abduction. Okay, we're going to rotate again in the hip till the heel comes down. Round into hip flexion, hip external rotation, and then bring the leg back down. That's 2 reps, and we've got 1 more. Nice and high till you reach your end range of motion here, out to the side, till you reach that block, can't go any further, rotate, taking the heel back, knee back, behind the body, hit the block, rotate, back into the middle, back down. Okay, now we're going to move on to the other leg, and it's the exact same thing. Okay, we're trying not to move any other part of our body, it's just the hip. Nice and controlled, thinking about your breathing throughout the movement. Nice shallow breathing, but keep the tension, keep the diaphragm full. So the next exercise we're going to be doing is spinal segmentation. We're going to do this on our hands and knees. So once you're in position, what we're looking for is hands under shoulders and knees under the hips. And we're going to begin by pushing up into a cat stretch. Okay, so you can see I'm fully flexing my spine as much as I can, really reaching up, drawing that belly button in. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to extend my lower back and not allowing any other part of my spine to move. I'm going to work my way up my spine. Until I'm fully extended. Then from here, starting from the bottom, I'm going to start to flex the lower spine whilst maintaining what I have going on in the rest of the spine here. So I'm pushing up, I'm working my way up, flexing each part of the spine as I work my way up till I'm in the full cat stretch. And again, I'm going to do another rep. Starting with the lower spine. Working our way up the mid spine, upper spine. Finish up with the neck. Okay, now lower spine again. Working my way up. Lower spine, mid spine, upper spine till I'm fully flexed. I'm in the cat stretch. One more rep. Lower spine. Bring that belly button down towards the ground. Working my way up. Going fully into spinal extension. And then finishing up. In a full cat stretch again, like we began. Okay, I'm now going to be working the upper back, mainly the thoracic area, using an exercise called Thoracic Cars. I'm going to be loading it. You don't have to. You can do this sitting down as I am, but if you can't sit, then do it standing, okay? The main thing here is that we're moving the upper spine and we're not leaning forward and hinging or arching the lower back too much, okay? We want to keep it all in the thoracic. So I'm just going to grab hold of a med ball. I'm going to create some tension. I'm going to cross my arms and squeeze, okay? I'm still doing the same breathing as in the hip cars. Feel my diaphragm from here. I'm just going to tuck my neck slightly and then my upper back. Okay, so you can see I'm crunching into this till I feel that stretch in my entire upper back. From here, once I've hit full flexion, I'm going to twist to the side. So I'm actually rotating. Okay, when I hit that block and I can't rotate anymore, I'm going to laterally flex. So I'm side bending into this. So I'm bringing the shoulder over towards the ground, and then I'm going to extend all the way back, lifting that ball up nice and high. Okay, as if you're trying to bring it up into the air, over to the other side, bend, so flex into that side, okay, with your shoulder, and then rotate back into the center. We're going in the opposite direction now, exactly the same. That's one rep, so we're going to do 2 more. So next up, we're going to work the scapula. We're going to do scapular cars. Again, just taking the scapular joint through all of its movements, okay? So protraction, retraction, elevation, and depression. So to do this, we're going to put our hands out in front of us like this. We're going to create fists to make tension throughout the body. We're going to fill our diaphragm up. And then from here, we're going to push forward. So we're going to protract, pushing the scapular blades away from each other. Okay, once we hit full protraction, we can't push anymore. We're going to elevate, lifting up, then retract, pull the scapular blades back, try and push them together, and then we're going to bring them down. We're going to depress the scapula and try and take them down as low as you can, and then push back forward into protraction. That's 1 rep. So we're doing it again. We're going up, back, down, and forward. 1 more. Okay, now we're going to do it in the opposite direction. So I'm in full protraction. Now I'm going to go into retraction, pulling back. Okay, I'm going to push up, push forward, protract. Okay, now bring them down, and then back again. Up, forward, down. Okay, 1 more. Back, up, forward, down, and back. and that was 3 rotations. Obviously we're going in both directions. Okay, so next up we're doing shoulder cars. Okay, to do this we're just going to do it standing, fill our diaphragm up, create tension. Again, make fists with both hands. Okay, I want the arms nice and straight and the shoulders down when we begin this exercise. From here, we're going to bring the shoulder across the midline of the body and upwards into shoulder flexion. So we're lifting as high as we can into shoulder flexion. Once we hit that block and we can't go any more, we're going to rotate, so open the shoulder up, bring your palm away so it's facing outwards, and then we're going back behind us here. And then once we hit this point here, we're going to start rotating round into shoulder extension, keeping it nice and high, close to the body, and bring it back down into a start position here. We're going to push back into shoulder extension, going to open up, that palm's facing outwards, and I'm bringing my bicep up towards my ear, up into shoulder flexion, and I'm coming back down in towards the midline of the body, back down into the start position, and that's 1 rep, so we're going to go for 2 more. So just try not to move the rest of the body. We don't want compensations here. We want it all coming from the shoulder. We've got 1 more rep. Okay, and the final exercise is for the neck, and we're going to do neck cars. So again, we're going to stand up just like we did in the shoulder cars. Fill our diaphragm, okay, create as much tension. Think of that shallow breathing throughout this exercise. I want the shoulder blades down, okay, and the hands clenched to create tension. We're going to close the mouth. I'm going to try to keep the tongue up on the top of your mouth there, okay. From here, what we're going to do is we're just going to tuck the chin slightly, so we're just looking downwards, and try to bring the chin to your collarbone. From here, we're going to slide across the collarbone, as if we're looking over our shoulder until we can't go any further, and then we're going to bend into that, so bringing that ear over as if we're trying to bring water out of it. And then we're going to extend over to the other side, chin back to the collarbone, and slide back into the middle. And then we're going in the opposite direction. Okay, that was 1 rep. We're going to do 2 more. Okay, so I've literally taken you through the full routine that I try to do every single day. I say try because it's not always easy to get it done, but I will try to do a minimum of 3 rotations. That's what I've shown you today, 3 reps on every exercise. But on a good day, I might do 10. And you can do as many as you need, and you can take as many breaks throughout the day and incorporate these kind of exercises into your day. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be done with weight. I've just shown you how to advance these exercises, but all of these can be done complete body weight only. So right now we are running a mobility challenge. The challenge is a different workout every week. It's going to be specific to a particular joint. So one week it might be shoulders. We'll show you how the shoulder joint functions and exercises that you can use to train it. If you want to get involved in this challenge, then just hit the link in the description below. I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, subscribe and let me know what else you would like me to cover.
Toe thingies. Like, look at you. Look at
I look ridiculous.
You look ridiculous.